It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jaguars and the Eagles, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 31, Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Eagles are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. Going for it with Sanders. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Agnew now to return. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his 2nd season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
For everyone who expected the highly touted Trevor Lawrence to champion the Jaguars to instant success last season, well, they got a little bit of a reality check. Despite the struggles, though, he still took on a major leadership role within the locker room and among the team. He also flashed some of his considerable potential on the field, particularly in a defiant Week 18 win over Indianapolis that knocked the Colts out of the playoffs.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. Jeopardy.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out. That's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess we could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be able to get this up to about the 5-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Hurts on the move to his, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Here's Brent Kern now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll roll it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
On the return is Scott.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll throw now on the final play. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
They'll try to shake off the cobwebs from the interception he threw on the previous drive that led to the field goal. As now they're dealing with a little bit bigger of a deficit. 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Etienne up the middle.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Etienne once more.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Four yards remain for 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Now Lawrence to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. He's got him in, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go play action with Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run behind center with Gainwell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Philadelphia, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville,